Renata Samos-Cod.
And I'm Courtney Menzies.
And we're super excited. It's your fantabulous, what day is it?
Montabulous Monday.
Oh, so it's a fantabulous Monday, Montabulous too. March 30th. I nearly said 30. We're
almost done with March.
We're almost done. Literally, tomorrow last day.
Yeah, thank God. Ready for April. Let's do it.
You ready for April?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Wrap it up.
The quickness accord. I want to enjoy the month. Are you hearing the rain? I hope you're enjoying it wherever spaces you are too. Because we are warming up properly with some, what we're having at the Canada today.
Hot, spicy, simmering beef. It does not cook for Friday.
So that means, you know, the juices, they boil over and underneath you receive all of it coming through. We also have exciting conversations to dive into. We're going to be talking to UB about their pharmaceutical, natural product expo, so we get to find out all the details behind that. But what else do we have up our sleeve, Courtney?
We also have UB again, their Faculty of Social Work, coming in to talk about their mental health conference. So you want to stick around to hear more about that.
All that, and you know how this works. Put your comments in the comments section. Make it live, interactive, fun, and respectful. Of course. Shall we get to the couch, Courtney?
Let's live to the couch.
Sunup. Seek the answer that's worth looking for today.
And we're going to be talking about the hot shush that has been happening.
The world that we see may seem that will never change. They say, but tear down the wall that's blinding us all. You see the way today. A place to call your home, a place where you can grow.
And Boozilla, we are back. You know that it's raining out there, no here, but just in case, you know, things want to switch up because the weather have a mind of its own, let's take a look, courtesy of the Belize Met Service.
Conditions continue over the country for today, and in the 24-hour forecast, skies will be cloudy with a few showers, periods of rain, and isolated thunderstorms occurring around the country during today and then mostly over the south for tonight. High temperatures will then reach around 82 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 86 inland, and then 70 up in the hills. Low temperatures for tonight will reach around 72 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 68 inland, and then 62 in the mountains. Winds over the open sea will be from the east to northeast at 5 to 15 knots, with sea conditions being choppy. And then high tides occur at 8:36 this morning and at 8:47 tonight. Low tides at 2:32 this afternoon, then at 3:07 tomorrow morning. The sun will set at 6:05 this evening, then rise at 5:48 tomorrow morning, while moonrise will be at 4:15 this evening, followed by moonset at 4:10 tomorrow morning. And now for the extended forecast for Tuesday and Tuesday night. Skies will be cloudy at times, with a few showers or possible isolated thunderstorms expected mostly over the south, with only isolated activity elsewhere. And now for the fire risk forecast. The risk for brush or forest fires will remain low going into tomorrow as shower activity continues around the country today. And finally, for the sargassum update. There is a high chance that more mats will drift ashore during the next few days, impacting coastal destinations across Belize. And this has been this morning's weather report from the National Meteorological Service.
And we are back, Boozlers. I know you've been waiting. I know you've been hovering over, waiting to see exactly what Julisha is going to be doing. Jules, we have you on the couch on the Holy Week of all things, coming in with beef. How are you feeling? You look bright. You look happy.
Okay. Yeah, you know, it's Easter week. I don't think we should even be doing this in Holy Week. Isn't the city council having a raft of concert?
Yeah, they're having a whole big thing. Things are set up in a...
But that's why we have to do it now
Park.
before the Holy Weekend.
Yes.
Because then we pray for it since then.
We pray, yeah.
Okay.
And
So we're
I have very strong views on that concert. I am strenuously opposed to it. Not use my money to pay for no religion. Not a feel on no business anyway. Make a
That's not on the couch.
Tamp it down.
That's not on the beef topics.
That's a little bonus
That's
beef.
a bonus. I just jump out, you know, sometimes when you get
I
born and leave it.
sponsor that. We pay 18% increase in property tax. For sponsor Holy Week free concert. No man, me not play that. Me not play that. I am strenuously opposed to public funds being used for religious observances. What is that? What is that?
Right.
Anyway, we cannot start.
We don't kind of start in an alleyway. Getting some sizzles coming out. So we're going to be diving into, we have several topics.
And we have to go fast.
Fast. So Sartene has Seafront land protest. Let's talk a little bit about what took place.
Yeah, so on Saturday, there's an area adjacent to the community of Sarteneja, the beautiful coastal village in Corozal district of Sarteneja. And we have footage of the protest there. We have them, they had a protest because they have converted road in front of the sea in Waribite, which is north of Sarteneja, I believe, about 3 miles north, or 3 miles in proximity to the village. They had a small protest. It's a small village. And they came out to protest that there is one of the pigs at the trough who is very avaricious when it comes to land, very acquisitive. And so there's a person in public life who put land in a secretary name and thing. A minister or minister of state, they're all ministers of state. So I'm just saying that these people had a protest, the villagers had a protest, but it starts with a complaint from a very credible, to me, NGO, Sarteneja Alliance for Conservation and Development, founded in 2007, and Courtney will know them. And they sent a letter to Cordell Hyde on September 5th, 2005. I think we have the letter, guys. I know then they juggle between there. But they complained about a proposed public road access that has now been reclassified as lot number 1955. So this is the road in front of the sea that you see there, right? This road was converted into lot 1955. And another one, a public access road located between lot 85 and lot 86. So that's in 1955 that they are concerned about. This is what they protested about on Saturday. They are claiming that the good Corozal Southwest area representative, and they signed a petition as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They are complaining that the good Corozal Southwest, and there's a letter from SACD, they're complaining that the good Ramirez of Corozal Southwest has been hovering around these properties. One of the properties was converted to private title. And as of recently as March 1st, they say Mr. Ramirez was out there with interested parties. We have the March 1st, the video with Mr. Ramirez out there having a dispute with some of the villagers. The point is that there is the good Ramiro, and they're claiming that gentleman has an interest. I haven't been able to speak to Ramiro, but what I do know and what I can say, I did speak with the CEO in Natural Resources, who confirmed that 1955, while it was converted, the parcel 1955, and we can show that picture again, has been rectified, as they call it. The conversion to title was reversed on September 15th, 2025. So that is good news. Of course, what happens there, whoever acquired it, and I believe it's someone with some proximity to a public official, in whosever name it was applied, they will now be eligible for compensation. Right? They will be eligible for compensation. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Right? If not compensation, another piece of land. But if it was converted wrongly to private title, and then you have to cancel it, make it public again, which they did, respect to that, then whoever got that land in the interim will receive another piece of land or financial compensation, but most likely another piece of land. This is the story of Belize. People get wrong land, and they have to get them compensation. You know that? What's the estates out in San Pedro named, Courtney, the one they're having the dispute about? Golden Palm Estate, let's say, that the Mennonites are developing on San Pedro. That all started with land compensation as well. And it's a huge controversy out on San Pedro now. Silver Palm.
Yeah, heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, that's causing a huge controversy, but that as well is land compensation. So, but the good news is 1955, that they complained about in early September, has been reverted to public land. And lot 85 and 86, which is a public access road, I can confirm, is also, that application to make that private was also rejected.
Okay.
So what was complained about in the letter has been reverted to public land. But this is one of the most beautiful and untapped areas of Belize. The villagers are claiming that all those areas are up for speculation.
Oh, wow.
Right? That a vested interest in public life have them up for speculation. Now, Ramirez has been involved in multiple complaints I have received from people in that area for many years. And due to a number of reasons, mostly the distance and the difficulty of dealing with land issues, we really haven't given it the coverage it requires. But he has been characterized by multiple people in the Corozal area. He's in Southwest. This particular thing is in Southeast. As a land hog. He's been in conflict multiple times over land issues. It's a tough situation because I think that, a lot of things are put in secretary name or in other people's name, and there's a lot of contention. So if we could show some more footage of the protest, guys. These villagers I've been speaking with are aghast that their precious seafront area would be, and you can see how beautiful the sea is in that area, that their precious sea frontage would be converted to private land, including the the road and what's known as the beach reserve. So we'll keep a very close eye on it, but these people were protesting on Friday and Sunday. They plan to do so again in 3 weeks, unless, because they feel other areas are under attack as well. But I would urge the good public officials, left them people land alone.
Yeah.
Those are Sartanehans. They are fiercely protective of their...
They have some areas in Belize where you can't mess with. Like
Yeah.
the residents will go to war.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is just a
Yes.
snippet of it.
Yes.
And the SACD is like, I've been hearing about them for a long time. I'm sure we've done stories with them. They're always on top of things.
Yeah.
You're not play around.
Yeah, they're
You have
highly
to know how to
credible.
play it.
So we'll see where that goes. Moving on. We dealt with that one quickly. Let's move on.
Where is the lion's share of the money from the Lions raffle?
Oh my goodness. That Lions raffle is a total mess. Let me be calm and not vent my opposition to the
breathe.
whole Lions thing, but I have my own jaundiced view of the world, and forgive me for having that. But Courtney has been using a lot of her energy to try and keep on top of this story. On Friday, they sent a release.
Yeah.
Right? We have the blurred version of the release because
It was
we can't
two
put no name.
releases. Yeah.
2 releases.
One that claims to be from all the presidents of all the Lions Club
Claims
in
to be.
Belize.
Uh-huh.
And one that claims to be from the Lions, the sub-Umbra Florio clubs. It's 2 press releases.
I think we have the one in there that says blur, guys. Are we able to put that up? Yeah. Okay, so that's what
This
came
is
out
one
on
from
Friday.
the club itself. Yeah.
Right. So that's like it's full confidence and support of its duly elected president, Indira Mejia
Right.
Anderson.
And then it's saying like, no claims of like, no non-substantiated claims that she was doing anything untoward or whatnot. Yeah, so this fully supports Mrs. Mejia Anderson. And in the other letter, which claims to be from all the presidents of all the clubs, again, it's signed by many people. It also says that we support fully, her. We're backing her up, and the both releases talk about investigating and sort of punishing because it's or penalizing rather. It's against their code for the members to go out and spread these types of quote-unquote rumors.
And a police complaint was made as well.
Yeah, a police report was made against Mrs. Mejia Anderson.
By fellow members.
By fellow members, yes.
You know, this now a whole jump
Yeah.
high, jump low. There is a bank account. Show the bank account. There is a bank account that shows that between February 12th, there's a bank statement that shows between February 12th and March 15th, over $70,000 was withdrawn. That is there on the left. And over 100,000 went in, right? But only 32,000 is the balance remaining in the account. Jump high, jump low, support, I know support. Just please answer that. Where part of the people money there?
Right.
According to what we understand, over 50,000. So it starts with the raffle for
Right.
$100 each for a vehicle, which was never purchased.
Yeah, and over 500 tickets were sold. So like, I think it was like 531 or 513. But over
Right,
500
513.
tickets, yeah, were sold at $100 per ticket.
So that's $51,300. That is what has to be answered.
Yeah.
Jump high, jump low. I tired. I don't want none of them Lions people who stop call me. Don't call. Those who know the number, don't call. Do me that favor. Because just one thing you have to tell me. Where part of the money there?
Right.
And Courtney, you spoke to the Lotteries Commission as well.
Yeah, and well, as it is right now, they're not investigating because they said that the Lions Club reached out to them and said, well, we never reached a threshold, so what's the process for reimbursing people? And they listed out a number of things, and they said that the Lions Club is embarking on reimbursing people. I think it's a process that takes, I don't know how long it takes, but when I asked Ms. Mejia, she said that it would be sometime in April that all the money would be able to be reimbursed. So I don't know if they have a fundraiser for fund the reimbursement.
Yeah.
Because money gone.
We can't say the money is gone. I
We don't
just
know. We don't
know that a lot of money has moved out of that account. And then also a deposit of $15,000 was made into the account a few days ago as well. So there's a lot of unexplained. I'm not privy to how their operation works. I just know that a lot of money was withdrawn from the account over a quite short period of time. And an explanation is required because there is an allegation, and I believe there are complaints or civil suits
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
that will come, civil suits that will come where a person said, I bought a raffle
Yeah.
with a legitimate expectation that it would be held,
Yeah.
right? If you can show the picture of the promotion again,
The flyer.
right, of the flyer.
Yeah. I think,
No partnership with Belize Diesel was ever formalized. No pickup was ever bought. And so there are a lot of questions to be answered.
yeah.
And people invest in good money.
Some people, I think there was one person who bought like 10 tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, for some people, $1,000 and a lot. But I look on some of the people on the entire bank statement who made deposits. And I know a lot of those people are now rich people. And in their mind, they're putting it to a good cause. They're making a sacrifice. Respect to that. And that's why I believe the Lotteries Commission has a duty
Yeah.
to make sure and to be more actively involved. That's my feeling, to make sure that there was not fraud.
Yeah.
I cannot say conclusively that there was fraud. Courtney has been processing for 2 weeks, I think,
Yeah. Roughly.
all the input on this, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
Says,
From both
says, says.
sides. Yeah.
Right? But I think it's the duty of the Lotteries Commission to intervene, to ensure that people who bought into that thing get refunded.
Yeah.
And I think they have to make a declaratory statement. This is what they are in charge of.
And in terms of what happened over the weekend, so the person who sent the press releases informed
No doubt
me-
on behalf of,
Yeah, so
of
this
the
is
good president.
this is a person who's in support of the president. She explained that the international heads were coming to Belize and that they would have a meeting, or all the heads would have a meeting in San Pedro on Sunday.
They did have
And
such a meeting.
They said that they would have a press conference today.
I was wondering if that's
We
gonna
don't
be
have
coming.
no time or place, or even if it's today, it's TBD. But TBA, sorry, to be announced. But they said that they would have a press conference today. But I got a call from the other side on Friday who explained that it wasn't all the presidents who signed the first letter. There are 2 clubs locally that didn't sign the press
You
release.
get caught up in that.
No,
and
but I'm
Yeah.
saying that I'm saying that they also want to come forward and do an interview, but for many other reasons, they're a little afraid.
But the fact is that the goodwill of the Lions Club and all these big clubs that have Rotary and all of them that have
These
fundraisers,
yeah.
these big money fundraisers, public confidence is eroded. And that's why the Lotteries Commission has to step in decisively. These are legitimate organizations that raise money for good public purposes. When the public trust is abused or brought into question, it has a deleterious effect on the goodwill, which these groups rely upon to raise money for causes good and true. So it is incumbent on the Lotteries Commission, and I call on the great CEO, Narda Garcia, to step in decisively in the public interest. Let us see if it happens, because when Courtney spoke to our representative last week, they were like hands off, like they were just wait and see.
Yeah.
They have to make a statement. They have to step in decisively. Moving on.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to seeing this press conference if it happens today.
Right, indeed, indeed.
And like you said, I just think the biggest thing for this is just explaining the bank statement, explain what happened. Because if you have measures, maybe they decided to take out something because they wanted to distribute it, whatever it is, just something along the way to let people know. Because people are saying in here, credibility gone down the drain. That's
Yeah.
what they feel like. The trust has been lost. And you know Belizeans, once they don't trust you, it take a hot minute for me to trust you, if they even decide to trust you back again. So we move on to the mystery of Mr. Ming and the diesel.
You know, we've been speaking for weeks now about this diesel, this 55,000 gallons of marine diesel that they tried to bring in through the Big Creek port, and it was rejected, and there was so much back and forth between customs and DOE. but it has exposed a very important person in the movement of fuel in Belize. We have the letter guys, Mr. Ming, there is his name at the top, Ming Pei Chen, and his company Belize Petro Spirits and Distributors Limited. The fuel was supposedly intended for him, and this is the Department of Environment reaching out, proposing an administrative solution. Totally irregular. And the Prime Minister did something even more irregular when he called them out. All of a sudden, he said the DOE jumped the gun and got the invoice. I don't know how they got an invoice when Customs did not get it. In my mind, he's accusing the DOE of acting in a less than optimal manner, acting in a suspect manner. I won't use the C word, but with a right on the edge of that. I don't know how they got an invoice and saying they will settle this administrative. They were totally out of their purview. These are extraordinary remarks from the Prime Minister.
He's invested.
But what concerns me is that the Prime Minister, the Briceño family, knows well about the fuel trade. They owned, I don't think they do anymore, but two of the most successful gas stations in Belize's history, the one-stop chain. So when he says that they were totally out of their purview, and we again instructed Attorney General to bring charges were brought. There is, you see, since the Briceño, or perhaps going back to the Barrow administration, there's been a lot of speculation around importation permits for fuel. Once upon a time, Puma, or Esso, its predecessor, had the monopoly. I am in no way supportive of any multinational having a monopoly on importation. Totally opposed. In my mind, those people have made millions, tens of millions on our heads with their ridiculous loading fees and offshore fees, all these things that the multinational charges. We would be fortunate to break their monopoly meaningfully. But permits for importation of fuel have been trickling out to special and preferred people in the circle of power. It's not something that is put out to open tender. It's awarded to special friends.
I've done special favors that have helped out things.
They will continue to help. So what concerns me is that it is good, it is laudable, it is to be praised to challenge or to undermine the monopoly that Puma has. But let us not replace a monopoly with insider trading and permits, import permits for fuel given to special friends. And a number of them have been given to persons within the circle of power around the Ministry of Finance. And I am told there's a very big operation afoot. You know, the Big Creek has tank farms that have, I guess from the Petrocarib days or the B&E days, they have storage, right? That's the most important thing when you're bringing in massive amounts of fuel. Massive for Belize is small for the world. But they have storage, and there's a big operation there that I think wants to displace Puma, wants to really bring in a massive supply of fuel. I hope they can do it cheaper. But there will need to be transparency around the permitting. Whoever has the permit, I'm told it's a foreign interest out of Houston, whoever has the permit, we will need to be satisfied that the permit was gotten not through insider trading, but through a competitive bidding process. You see, it's important. There's a lot of dark fuel out there. Why is there dark fuel? When you sell, and this is internationally, this is regionally, the trade in fuel in Mexico is linked to cartels, because when you have a lot of money, which is what you get from the sale of drugs, you have to convert it. One of the best things to convert it to is fuel. So people who sell drugs buy fuel and then try to sell that fuel. That's what this famous Mr. Rocha, right, the guy who was involved with Miss Universe and briefly involved with the port down south at Commerce Bight, that's what he's accused of, right? Trafficking in fuel across Mexico and Guatemala, but not Belize, because we are a country sanctified. We are unblemishable. We are not only untainted, we cannot be tainted, if you believe that. But I'm just saying, the movement of dark fuel related to the illicit, related to illicit flows of cash is a big area. So let's see where that goes, but there's a lot of speculation around fuel, and I find the Prime Minister's remarks extraordinary, because the last thing he said was, whosoever is involved in this, does he mean Mr. Ming Pai Chen, and did any illegal activity, they must be charged to the full extent of the law. That seems very sweeping, and that's an interesting statement from the PM. I know there are people in the PM's camp who are no friend of the good Mr. Ming Pai Chen, who owns 10 gas stations, 10 across Belize. So, in fact, I believe he owns the one in the Benke Free Zone. They were tearing up this weekend. There were lines. People thought there were lines of people to go to Melchor. Forgive me. But I believe the lines were to go to the Benke Free Zone, which is not restricted, to go buy gas, because diesel, at least I know, sells for $2.50 per gallon cheaper. It's at the old price.
Oh, wow.
In the Benke Free Zone. So that's why I think people were lining up to go to Melchor this weekend. Right? Because, you know, I'm very cautious about what the Prime Minister says. You know, he makes this statement that, you know, well, we absorb some of the increase. All right. But when the price of fuel was $60 per barrel globally, as it was in December, the price for a gallon of gas was still $11. So don't talk about we absorb. You tell us about when you want to make the cream. I understand the government has a massive expenses to pay, an incredible wage bill. I understand the government has to make its revenue. But man, you can't be sacrificing the cow just because you have to eat. The cow have to grow too. I'm just saying, do not present a distorted picture of government revenue. You all were pre-charging us in your prescience. You all were pre-charging us for, you all were already prepared for a war. We're not done with the charge. We had the highest price of fuel in Central America. Belize had the highest price. In December of last year, a gallon of gas in Melchor was about a little under $8. And in Belize, it was still at $11. A gallon of diesel was still over $11. We have the same basic acquisition price, right? But the government was creaming. They were creaming. So don't present a one-sided story. Don't distort the fact of it that you are prepared for this to absorb. You are prepared for it because on a eat when the world fuel price was at a 10-year low in December. Anyway, I'm repeating myself. Let's move on. We're doing good time. Let's go quick.
Let's debate things, man, because the budget debate took place. You know, you real when you have to go some people.
Oh, the budget debate.
So let's talk about the winners and the losers.
Winners and the losers. Courtney had to sit through many hours of the budget debate. She did the story. Let's talk about the big issue first, Courtney. Lee Marks, they only addressed that mattered for the opposition. The opposition came out of that like an old tear-up rag, brother. You can't even sew it up if you want to clean up something. The opposition came out smelling like trash.
Yeah.
Total fail. Book-ended by failures. I believe the address by Tracy was exceptionally mediocre. And I'm being charitable. The formal response. And the close by Mike Guerra was fatal. And the non-appearance of Hugo Pat Who not chump? Who got you not chump? If you know they're in politics, not in politics. Nothing can satisfy you, only Dean Barrow. And yeah, I love you, Dean, but I don't love nobody else. I want Dean Barrow there and there, no. Yeah, yes, boss. But everybody else, I don't go and I can't come. I'm sick. You know, he called in sick. Bro, it's politics. Show up. Your best ability is availability. You have many others after that.
Benadryl and move on.
Yeah, but I'm saying that it's a total failure for the opposition, in my opinion. You know, to start with, I think a very average, and there we see the good Magera, not mentioning one of his colleagues, not mentioning his party leader, not mentioning any of them, but praising Michelle Shabbat, man, and praising the PUP, opening up by saying, I commend the government. Totally, brother. He talked like on PUP. Mike Guerra spoke like on PUP. Just cross the floor. Just cross the floor. I know he cannot, it's a problem. He doesn't like his leader, and you know, but the UDP did not emerge from that debate any better than they went in. They went in to debate as being seen by the public as unelectable, and they came out seeming especially unelectable. But let me get to the PUP. You know, the Prime Minister said, we don't have no talent. A minister told me on Saturday night, the media have no talent. He started to single out media people for criticism, this one, do that. He never mentioned nobody at Channel 7 because I wouldn't have been doing beef at a lock-up right now because that would have been a bit terminal. No, I don't play like that. I mean, these chumps. We don't got no talent. Oh, no, that word lies, brother. Oh, no, that word lies. When I watch the PUP, totally devoid in talent. My God, the Minister of Defense used to be the Minister of Defense. You had to move on because some contract me to move wrong. Then you have to bring on back. Now you got Mira. Man, then Balade, Mira in Home Affairs. I'm just saying, the PUP's performance was totally pathetic and flat. I remember, I was there when the House at least had some poetry, some daggers, whether it be from Michael Finnegan, Dean Barrow, Said Musa, Cordell Hyde. Cordell has been giving the same speech for 10 years, by the way. I think he just remixes it. He doesn't use ChatGPT to his credit. I'm just saying. You all know how the speech go? Yeah, I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I could do it, you know, but I cannot do it. I know I can do it. But I'm just saying, the House is devoid of all poetry and character. I found the presentations by both sides insufferable. I found when you leave from that event, I'm a negative person, forgive me. I was filled with despondency and despair in our political system, in our representatives. Oh, and I'll tell you what was the exchange between John and Tracy, or the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition. I will reveal what was said, but I'm just saying, one is filled with a sense of despair, despondency, and also a great void that is in that chamber. I mean, I understand politics is you know, it's a job. But these people are so lacking in any oratorical flourish, any sense of theater that I've seen in my 30 years covering the House. I have seen a definite degradation in the quality of presentations given. And I believe in the overall, I mean, we've always had literacy challenged people in the House. You know, politics is the only job where you can make $90,000 a year and not even have a high school education. That's real.
That's true. That's true.
And I know, like, you know, the PUP currently have a number of literacy challenged people. I understand people have different strengths, but I wouldn't say that anything out of what I saw did I find inspiring.
But they also think that they don't have to try because There's no challenge to them. There's
Yeah.
they have nothing for keep them on their toes. They just have
Yeah.
to get up and say da 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 and done because they're not like the UDP and come out at them with anything.
The
Yeah.
UDP need to try because they're in a position where
Yeah.
they want to get that general fan backing. I know that, like I said, Lee Mark got a lot of praise and love
Yes.
up here, and people said no, they weren't in his field before, but now
Yeah.
they're
The
supporting
Mark
me.
inspire what 10-minute commercial for the Ministry of Housing, brother. Two 10-minute commercial. I think now a story I don't watch when I say it's that commercial. I said, what the heck?
Well, respect to long commercials. That's what keeps us employed. But I think we have to talk about that commercial, Courtney,
Yeah.
because let's understand. I don't know the psychology of Julius Espat, and it's probably an even darker place than my own psychology. But you know, when Lee Mark was presenting, you were watching it.
Yeah.
And it got into open sparring with Julius. Julius couldn't take the falsehoods that he felt Lee Mark was spewing. This is the House. This is parliamentary privilege. People used to feel the same way about Julius when he was in opposition.
Mm-hmm.
This is, you can say what you want, and another person can reply and upend that. But Julius just couldn't take it.
And because he gone like right after Lee Mark, leave it after that he...
Yeah.
That's why Madam
He
Speaker
rose.
said you have a time and your place
Yeah.
to make a read, but literally there's
But
procedures.
he couldn't take it. But there's a concept called, in sports and in politics, leave it on the floor. Leave it on the floor. So if you have a big war in a basketball game, man, afterwards, everybody go hang out, reason, whatever. Left it on the floor. But the MIDH, God bless them, saw it necessary to make an ad to deal with Lee Mark. And they did that. What's exceptional, that's fine. Respect to that too. But they didn't use Julius, the response from Julius, which I thought was capable and dealt with and comprehensive. They instead brought in a public officer, a contract officer, Marissa Kwan or Marissa Lamia.
Yeah.
They brought in a public officer to take down a member of the opposition. This is very unusual. It violates every concept of the public service regulations.
I think because they tried to paint, well, maybe it's true, that this housing project that Marissa baby,
Yes.
she the one, you know, this is not political because it's Miss Marissa who's,
Yeah.
her baby. She did take care of it. She did make sure the houses get to who they need to get to.
Yeah, she did all the application.
Yeah. She
check
did
with
meet the
people's
family,
house,
yeah.
exactly. So she's been through the start and
right,
finish.
so that's why they're putting her there, like, you are the face of this project, so they're not say political or whatever.
Yeah.
That's my...
So yes, I understand that, and I again, but I'm saying that it's unusual, and I'm glad we are seeing that the public service regulations of Belize are not worth the paper they are written on. The public service regulation of Belize, which says that public officers can't get into politics, can't make public pronouncements that are interpreted as political. I respect that ad because that puts to an end any concept of public service regulation, which are intrinsically oppressive and colonialistic. So, respect to that. I want to see now public officers free across the board to be in open public conflict with politicians. The door has been opened.
Yeah.
Let the truth be told. All I know who feel and way about politician, feel free to say it. You might end up the cricket circle, but feel free to say it. But what happened, and I want to call out Tracy again, an injury is not a disability. She said the Prime Minister was making fun of her disability, which was an inability to stand too long. I can't even sit too long, so I would never criticize that. But my point is, two things. What happened between her and the Prime Minister is this. She was accusing the Prime Minister of grandstanding when he was leader of the opposition, grandstanding
Well, he was okay.
for a lower price of fuel. Hold on. She said, you like grandstand. As I am told the story, he leaned back to either the Deputy Prime Minister Mr. Mahler behind him and said, at least I can stand. Which is really, really good in terms of playground business, right? Like that's actually good. Like, respect to that. I don't often praise the Prime Minister for being sharp of tongue, but as an insult, and this is politics.
Yeah.
As an insult, it was pretty good, and he said it back way, but she heard it, and she said, then she posted later that it's an injury. No, agreed. You can't make fun of a disability or an injury. People go through things. I live it. But my point is that you can't change up because a disability is not an injury. And Courtney, we agree that a disability is a permanent or semi-permanent condition.
I think people could be temporarily disabled. Like when you go temporarily blind, some people go temporarily blind, or you're temporarily paralyzed, but you're doing enough physical therapy.
Did she have a disability or an injury, Courtney?
She says it's a temporary injury, right? That they will heal from.
She
That
expects.
she's hoping it can heal.
Oh, yeah.
Because she also made mention.
Because it might not heal.
That's why.
So maybe it should be called an impairment. But I don't think the two terms are interchangeable. In her post, she called it an injury. Right? So anyway, it's tough. I'll say something that's hard. Boots Martinez was fond of saying, and I understand this is patriarchal and offensive, but it's true. Politics, the big man game. And the reason why politics is so corrupt in this country in particular is because it is dominated by men. Men are corrupt. Men all have an unofficial agreement that we corrupt. So I'm just saying, that's the reason. So politics is a big man game. And that's the problem with politics. That half our population, the better half of our population in terms of judgment, is underrepresented. I have to move on. It's underrepresented. But that said, I think that, there's a reality in politics, and the reality that it's Tracy Tager Panton versus John Briceño. And the appearance of physical vitality is important. And it's hard to compete with John Briceño in that. You will never tire him out touring.
Yeah.
Right now he's in Houston. He's looking, are there Belize and babies to hug? Like, who need
a Lee Reel? Who need a Lee Reel for
Who need a reel? Oh no, he's a talk show host, yeah. He's dismediating because he can't handle the media, so he's like, I'm now my own talk show host. But I'm just saying, it's hard to tire John Briceño out. And at the end of the day, there's a physical dimension to politics. You have to be able to tour the country, walk everywhere, hug every baby, and that is a problem for Tracy. I believe, from a political perception point of view. I understand. I certainly could not even think of doing it, so I'm not saying, oh, you can't do that. I understand you can't do that. I can't do that. When I done here, I can hardly walk to my office. That's just how it is, right? But I'm just saying, that is an issue. But, yeah. And then the last thing I'll address quickly, the UDP sent out a release. Tracy put out a post saying that, she called out the leader of government business, Sheena Pitts, the party chairman, wasn't allowed to address the Senate on the debate. And the leader of the opposition, Tracy, put out an angry release saying that, the president blocked her, whatever, the president didn't give her the opportunity. The leader of the government business, they should be ashamed of themselves. And that is Women's Month. And how can we not hear from one of the few women parliamentarians? Agreed. It would have been great to hear from Sheena. However, nobody now wait for a debate. She was not in the room when Hector Guerra finished. Now, Chris Coy still had not spoken, but he gave up his chance to speak because it was late at night. It was 7:30. The meeting was 10 hours. It started 9 sharp. So I think she thought that Chris would speak, and then she would come in after that. But it's a debate. If you are not there,
You lose your turn.
yes, you lose your turn. She was not in the chamber. So what should the leader of government business have done? I'll wait. There's no waiting. In the debate in the House, I've seen if you not even stand up to take your turn, the Prime Minister will stand up and wind up the debate. Dean Barrow has done that. He needs to get out of the house, he back the killer. And if you don't stand up in the opposition bench on time, he will stand up to wind up the debate. I'm just saying that I think it's an abuse of the whole concept of that it's Women's Month to make it a women's issue. She wasn't in the Senate. She wasn't in the chamber. She was, so, she thought Chris would talk, whatever. It didn't happen. There was only a margin of one. Nobody on your bench can protect you anymore because all of them don't talk.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Cuban Medical Brigade will be finished in 1 minute. There's so much talk and we haven't addressed it enough. The Cuban Medical Brigade, they're in limbo. Belize is under serious diplomatic pressure from the U.S. I hope that they don't, that we don't have to send the Cubans home, because it would be a terrible affront to people, to our people who have helped us and supported us for so long, without any quid pro quo. But there's a big operational issue. There are 45 doctors, 92 total in the brigade, 45 doctors. If you take 45 doctors out of this system right now,
Yep.
Belize will have a healthcare collapse. Cuba is already having a healthcare collapse because of the embargo and now enhanced by the fuel embargo. Cuba is already, people are dying in Cuba because they cannot get surgeries. They cannot have medical procedures done, life-saving procedures, because they don't have electricity, they don't have supplies. It is one of the most ghastly abuses of human rights, of self-determination in human history. It will be a scourge. But let us not go away there. Belize will be in a medical crisis if we lose 45 doctors. Belize's rural areas, there will be a collapse in care. People will die. It's a very heavy thing the government has to weigh. I do not envy them. But we have to keep in mind that it's not just politics or diplomacy. It's people's lives. Take 45 doctors out of this system, there will be a collapse. And 92 persons in the clientele overall. And quickly, Kareem's clientelism clinic. Was it a clientelism clinic? So this is the second time in a month, I think, they're going to Houston to process papers. There's a talk show, the minister's talk show. Kareem and John, leader and future leader, never. Anyway, no, I want to put on myself up there, I have to clown on them, but I am saying, they go for these nationality clinics, they go give Belizean services, the Ministry of Immigration. It is so important. These people need their passports, whatever.
Yeah.
The minister and the prime minister don't have to go. Oh no, the puppet show, this is clientelism. What you all are saying is that everything derives from us. We are the headwaters of governance. Say thank you to us. Show some of my footage of the PM doing his glad handing. This addiction to supremacy, to being praised. Oh, minister come. Oh, prime minister come. Men don't stop showing themselves now. And they had to carry Van too. I hope Van come back for the show this morning. Because he probably watching that state said, boy, I have to get back to talk about Jules. That's his major subject. Anyway, but I'm just saying, breads, we're not done with this now. We don't have to get involved in this. What you are doing is, I know the Belizeans are certainly happy to see the prime minister, whatever. But what you are doing is wasting taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
But more than that, what you are doing is saying that we are the deities, we are the kings, we are the headwaters from which all powers derive. Nothing, not even a passport, your damn birthright, nothing can come without us, the imperial majesties presiding over the government bureaucracy. We give it and we take it away. It is an illusion of importance that ministerial theocracy, because that's what they want us to believe in, that ministers are gods and they give us everything. End the illusion of the theocracy of cabinet. End it, please. Make the good professionals at the Ministry of Immigration, led by the CEO, make them do their job, man.
Yeah.
You don't have to come. Everything, this come from me, right? I get this thing, see ya? That from me, I got a big boss. You're not glad to get it from me? This self-important, this ritual of self-importance is sickening. It is colonialistic. It is outdated. It is pre-modern. On a need to stop this charade at taxpayers' expense. I don't think they stayed on a Motel 6 or a Hamptons, the minister. Maybe the workers stayed there at Ali Hamptons. I don't think the Prime Minister and the minister stayed there. Just do the service without having to lord over it all as colonial, post-colonial minister. Yeah, that's it. 7:30. It's been too long. We'll have to cut the last subject. That very unfortunate racist remark.
Yeah.
We just have to say it's totally unacceptable. And that person's, the Ivory Coast, Miss Ivory Coast,
Yeah.
4th runner-up in Miss Universe. I believe she's Miss Africa, is visiting Belize. We're very fortunate to have her. And
The guy said on Facebook, some racist calling her a monkey, basically.
Calling her, yeah, that's it, a tour guide.
Yeah.
A tour guide, yeah. So there's the comment underneath. So that's her and Miss Belize, right? Posing,
yeah.
and then he said, and please forgive us for even putting this on TV. But he said that this is when they made a discovery of, I won't even repeat it, but that guy's tour license has to be pulled. I think his employer already said he's no longer employed there.
And then he sent a message to the person who first publicized it on Facebook, like one of those big, Facebook pages. He sent a message apologizing, but his apology was so weak.
Oh, really?
He was like, I'm sorry. I just been a joke wrong. Then he says, I don't want this
You don't
circling.
joke like that.
Then he says, I don't want this circling back to my job and my livelihood. Brother, we don't care about your job and your livelihood. You put that comment out
But more
there.
than that, as a tour guide, you're an ambassador for Belize.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Totally reprehensible, unforgivable. I'm not in favor of canceling people, but I don't want to take away nobody's livelihood, but totally unacceptable. And tour guides all over Belize are offended by that because these are professional people.
Yeah.
And that's against, but let me say that he is verbalizing something that I have heard many times north of the New River. I have heard it.
Yeah.
Morenos and the other word in Spanish, which starts with M and ends with S, which I won't repeat. So, we can make a big issue about him, but this is not a view that is new. He's not alone.
No.
I've heard it in high places. Moving on, bye-bye.
No.
Sunrise, let's go. Show the traffic. How the traffic look, Vic?
Let's go to our sunrise, and we have traffic too. We're gonna go to our first commercial break.
Oh, I think I did that one.
You did this one?
Yeah, that's me. You know
You made
me.
the cut.
Always there with the G-O-D. G-O-D send that one to me. I say, yo, G-O-D, big up.
I said Marine Parade, yeah.
Yeah, I'm already.
Yeah, that's Marine Parade. That's on our way to work.
They make the cut. You make the cut.
I did, finally. Yeah, finally.
Every once in a while,
Every once in a
make
while.
you feel like he's still
The sun
important.
shines even on a dog's backside.
So with that, guys, thank you so much, Jules. I feel like we're supposed to take your pressure with all of the
No,
things
man.
that might happen.
110.60.
110.6. Okay, and with that, guys, we go to our first commercial break, and
Show
we'll
the
be
traffic.
right back. We have the traffic to show you courtesy of Smart, and then of course we're going to be going into our topics with UB, Faculty of Social Work, talking about their mental health conference, and later on talking to the UB pharmacy about the pharmaceutical and the natural products expo. So stay tuned to all of that. Commercial break. Sunrise.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, ensuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
These charter means aren't from
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening.
Good evening, I'm Sheree Kelsel,
And here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening, with your news, I'm the bureaucrat.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your Nation Station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
And we are back, Boozlers. Thank you so much for everybody that's been waiting and excited for these conversations. Just before the break, we had a dynamic beef that went way over time, but we know that you loved it, so it's totally fine. It's just Mary Frances had to kick us off. But now we are diving into our first educational, exciting conversation for the day, and we're joined here with Dr. Angela Flowers Jones, and make sure I get the full thing. Yeah, I have to get the full 9 yards. The chair of the social work department at the University of Belize. Good morning, Dr. Flowers Jones. You see that?
It's too much.
Not too much. You're stressing out a little bit, and now I'm mental health
My
conference.
apologies. I know, right? I'm ready. Don't worry, I'll take care of it after this.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I am well, thank you, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. We're loving the outfit, and we're joined with some of our colleagues that are on Zoom, and we're really grateful for them taking the time to be here wherever their spaces are at this present moment. We have no stranger to Sunup, Dr. Krista Daguerre, and she is the professor at Gillen University. Good morning, Dr. Daguerre. How are you doing? Are you hearing me?
Good morning. I am so excited to be here today. Thank you so much.
And of course, we have next to you Dr. Kendra Flores Carter, who is the interim director of the social work program at the California Baptist University. Good morning, Dr. Flores Carter. How are you doing?
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having me, and it's so great to see you all again. Thank you, for always being open to having us come and speak about our conference. So
Yes, it's exciting work, and mental health is something that is everybody's business, an important conversation that we truly enjoy to have here on the show. So let's go into it and dive into just the idea of this mental health conference. How long have we been doing it, and how do you see it's been growing throughout the years and the importance of it in that sense? So I'm gonna ask that to Dr. Flowers Jones. You can tell me for sure.
Because the flowers, you don't worry about it.
Dr. Flowers, thank you.
I hope my husband not they watch. Well, you know, actually, Dr. Carter has been on this journey longer than I have been here. So she actually, I want to have that question go to Dr. Carter.
I love when we pass on the question. I love it. Dr. Carter, bless us with the information.
Yes, absolutely. So the University of Belize really have been doing this social work conference for a very long time. We came on board about, I'd say, 3 years ago. At the time, Dr. Azalea, well, soon to be Dr. Azalea LaRue was, the chair of the University of Belize social work program. And so we decided that we really wanted to make it more of an academic research conference. And so, I brought this to California Baptist University or Division of Social Work. And at the time, they were really excited to become collaborative members. So through an MOU that we signed, we were able to collaborate with the University of Belize to kind of join in. And we really wanted to take it into the direction of having more academic scholars come out to the conference to be able to provide more evidence-based information to the professionals in the country. And really, it's grown tremendously, and we're really grateful and excited. So, the UB have been doing the conference for many, many years, but we came on board really to kind of enhance and maybe broaden it and make it more international. And so today it's the International Social Work Research Conference, and we're really excited about that. This year we have almost, I think, 15 different universities from all over that's coming to Belize, some for the very first time. And so we're really excited to see just how it's been growing. We can't wait.
And
so that's a little bit of the background
15 different universities.
15.
And how much did we start with in the beginning? Because I just think about the growth.
Yes, it has grown tremendously. Even just from I came on 2 years ago, and when I first got here, I came to the conference and I was like, wow, we're actually doing something. I left 30 years ago, and we were not having a mental health conversation. We weren't even talking about that. We know that's taboo. And so when I got here, and it was a whole entire conference surrounding the topic of how not just the mental health but mental wellness, and how do we start our healing process. And so actually I just wanted, so that for context, this year's theme is actually from oppression to healing, rewriting colonial narratives for mental health empowerment. So we're trying to move from that taboo-ness, if that's a word, of not discussing our mental wellness, to having conversation, not just with scholars, but the community on a whole. And that's another reason why we're pushing out and we're collaborating with other academic and other scholars, including Dr. DeGuerre from Galen University.
And I want to bring her in the conversation.
Bring her in the conversation.
Let's talk a little bit about a collaboration. How does it look for Galen specifically? And is there anything you're seeing that you're looking forward to, considering the theme that Galen is bringing to the table here?
Thank you so much for that question. I really appreciate it. So I just want to highlight that I am the Masters of Social Work Program Coordinator. So Galen is now in its second year of running a Masters of Social Work program in country. And that goes into why we partnered in this such important conference, because there's that need. There's a critical need to have more and more conversation about mental health practice. So this looks very dynamic. We know that these conversations are more and more needed here in our country. I've been practicing mental health in Belize for over a decade now. And over a decade ago, these conversations were rare. Right. But the beautiful thing is these conversations are happening more and more. and the need is being recognized. So Galen, when this conversation was brought to us, can Galen be a third partner? We were more than excited to say, yes, how can we sign on? How can we be a partner in this conversation of mental health in Belize?
I love it. And in that same note, is there a specific like topic? Because I understand the theme, you know, is very dynamic. Is there something specifically that you're looking
This is the monitor and control lab.
To be able to have in this conference? Because I know that there's so many different schools coming. I'm sure there are different topics that are be going. Is there anything that you're specifically looking forward to for that?
Well, for me, we're really looking at how do we decolonize mental health practice? How do we make it applicable to Belize? We don't want to just take practices from the States and force it to work in Belize. We really want to make culturally relevant practices. I talk about this all the time in our master's program. How do we heal from historical trauma of Belize being colonized? We don't have these conversations very often. So being unhealed from that trauma is perpetuated even today. So this topic is so important to get these conversations started at a personal and national level.
Right.
And what we also want to, we include the community. That's where it's most important. So when we have our conference, yes, we talk about in academia and we talk about having scholars come, but the entire community is invited. Okay. We want this to be a community conversation because we can be having our little conversations, you know, in class and all our little conferences, but if the community is unaware, the things that we speak about, we are not able to give back to the community, or we will have resistance. So we want it to be a community conversation. We want to meet people where they are in their healing. So as Dr. DeGeer said, we don't want to take Western medicine and just plop it into our culture and say it's going to work. You know, we have people from we have 6 districts, and each district come with a plethora of different cultures and ethnicity. So how do we, when we're talking about mental health, when we're addressing mental wellness, and sitting down with someone who's just, you know, a normal person having issues, how do we address that, right? How do we say, we understand that you may practice you may have certain practices. How can we meet you halfway? So that they're more comfortable coming to us rather than just going, again, it's already taboo to talk about mental health. So we're trying to get that conversation within the community and have them understand that this is not something that is foreign. This is, we're all struggling and we all need support. And we have these students and these scholars who are coming out with information that is pertinent to our community. This is such a community affair that we are trying to perpetuate, attempting, and this has gotten so much bigger than when it first started. We have over 100 people attending every year. And expect another 100. And we're also pushing for students to be a part of it. We want the students to be at least 50% of what we're doing. So when you come to the conference, you will see students participating. You will see them have their research out. And again, research is very important. If we don't do research, we don't gather data. If we don't have data, problem is not solved. Changes, no impact on change.
You can't do changes, policy can't be
right,
made, these things can't be looked at, programs.
We
funding. I know it too well.
right. And we seem to have a little issue in Belize here about when it comes to data. We can't. When I teach research at the University of Belize, and when we're doing research, most of the time my students will say, "Miss, I cannot find information, especially if it's mental health. I cannot find information here." So we have to go out into the Caribbean, and then from there we have to go back out into the rest, you know, more global. You know, and this is a global issue. This is such a global issue. It's not just, oh, this is Belize, a Belizean issue. We all have mental health issues across the world. How do we as Belizeans, we're a small country, how do we handle that?
How do we adapt? How do we support our population, a healthy population, not just for physical.
Right.
A mentally healthy population is a thriving population. And I think people forget that
They do.
very often because we look at the physical aspect, if your foot not to work or something,
Right.
oh, you can't work, but they don't understand if you're mentally not there, you could be in front of a desk, but you can't be producing the results that you need to produce.
Right.
You don't have the good relationships, so we have broken homes, we have all kind of, and I could go on and on, and I'm not gonna do that.
It's a symptom of many things. It's a symptom, and because we can't see it, one part of what I have experienced is that because we cannot see it, it's in our head, we don't want to deal with it, or even we don't know how to because we're not seeing it. We are used to seeing the bad foot, and what we want the community to start understanding that when you have mental unwellness, there are mental health issues, it manifests itself into physical issues.
For sure.
So true. Very, very true.
Right.
So someone may go to the doctor saying, I have one stomachache, my belly, they had me, you can't find nothing wrong. And as you speak with them, you realize, wait a minute, there are other issues going on. There may be domestic violence in the home. There may be abuse. There may be poverty, lack of many, basic needs. And it manifests itself in a physical symptom. A lot of the doctors, when I speak with doctors, they say, hey, most of the patients come in and they spend 15 to 20 minutes talking. They're like, when we go talk about the physical part,
But they just need a mechanism, a place to be able to let it loose because they're not being able to go to someone that they can hear. They go to someone and they're hearing something else, another conversation. So I look at that aspect, and you made something so instrumental when you were talking about the community needs to be a part of this. Explain to me, how does this conference run out so that community members can also be a part of it and then later be able to make changes in their necessary homes and mindset? And because it takes one conversation, it really takes that to plant a seed to be able to really grow into something better. So how does that look for this conference?
Okay, so we invite not just academic and again scholars, we invite teachers, policemen, we invite people who are servicing the community so that they can be more educated, have some insight, so when they go out in the community, they can educate the community as well. And so it's like, you start with a little space and then you branch out and hope that as time goes by, the regular people can say, you know what, this conference is coming on, this is not just for the people who have education and stuff like that. It's something that I can also be a part of, as well as we have students. And so the students go out into the community, they do their volunteer work, they do their service work, they get that insight from what we're doing here, and then they take it into the community and hopefully be able to impart the knowledge.
So how long would be the days? I guess maybe I could ask Dr. Carter on that aspect, like how many days of the conference? And then, of course, is there like an agenda of like the research that's going to be presented?
Yes.
Something going to be online so people can know that they can tune in, or if they can physically go, like where would it be taking place physically so people can be abreast?
Yes, we're having the conference at the Grand Resort in Belize, so we're really excited for them to host us again this year. The uniqueness about our conference is that we're going to have workshops, we're going to have research papers presentation, we're going to have actual research presentation from scholars and academics who have been doing this work in mental health, who have studied best practices in mental health that are culturally responsive. We were really very, very, we had to do peer review for each of the submissions for proposals. And so we were very, very, I think, mindful of the type of workshops we chose to be able to present, because we really wanted to highlight innovative research and really look at collaborative strategies that empower practitioners and scholars really to not only practice but also advocate for mental health, transform mental health, and make it more inclusive and culturally responsive to systems, right? And so we really wanted to bring in scholars who are doing this work to kind of help bring the education to the community, to the people. And one thing, it is a social work research conference, but this is for practitioners that are psychologists, medical doctors. We have a medical school, college coming. We have a representative from an actual medical college that's going to be coming to do a presentation at the university, at the conference. And so We're welcoming people from different disciplines, psychologists, doctors, Dr. Flores mentioned teachers, other social workers in Belize, counselors. We're really welcoming you because we do believe that the more you gain on how to be more culturally responsive in your practice, the better it is for the community. And so we really want to be able to bring that information to you. Another uniqueness of our conference is that you're able to have the all-day workshops and go to the presentation and the poster presentations. This year we have we have several students who are going to be partnering with the University of Belize students to actually present research that they have collaboratively worked on. So they've been working together throughout the semester to put together research that they're going to jointly present to audience at the conference. So we're really excited about that, Dr. Flores and I, because we collaborated to have our students meet via Zoom to kind of gain that rapport and start working together, right? And then we have the second day of our conference, which is an actual underground cultural immersion to Hopkins. And we're really excited about that component to our conference. So the people that are coming in from, outside, they not only get to do a workshop during the day, for the first day, but the second day, they get to actually experience the culture of Belize, which I think we really wanted to be able to share with them, right? So we have that second day where we're going to be sharing the culture with them, and so I think that's the uniqueness of our conference. Most conference, you go and all day you kind of sit in and out of workshops, but for us, we really thought it would be great to add that cultural component where we're actually immersing people and letting them learn about the Belize culture. So, yeah.
So, and we are going to Palmetto Grove, which is an Garifuna immersion program where you get to learn about the Garinagus, how they deal with their mental health, how they've done it over the years and the centuries that they've been displaced, how they live, how they cook, how they beat their drums. So everybody's going to be able to have that experience.
Cultural experience.
Yeah, that cultural experience.
And then have that exchange. That's beautiful. For persons out there now that heard this conversation, but they still just want to see more, is there a social media page, a phone number, something that they can be able to be in contact with so that they can know like where to go or how to like follow along from everything that's happening?
There is a website, belizeresearch.com. And you can go on to belizeresearch.com and it has all the information that you need. It has the venues, it has the galleries of the pictures, it has how much the conference will cost, the days that we're presenting, who the presenters are, and the second day immersion, it explains that as well. There's a video on there. The belizeresearch.com covers all the information that you need to...
so that's belizeresearch.com for viewers that are on YouTube as well as television. I'm putting it in the chat for viewers that are on Facebook.
I can, let me correct this. It's belizeresearchconference.com.
Belize Research Conference.
So make sure you add the conference. So it's belizeresearchconference.com. And I also want to definitely take the time to just say a thank you to Dr. Carol Bob, who always is in support, and she's one of our sponsors for the conference. And so she's definitely underground trying to make sure that we're doing several of the media stops. So I really want to take the time and also to invite other sponsors to come along and really help us to be able to sustain this conference. It's year 3. However, we wouldn't be able to do a lot of what we're doing without our sponsors. So, thank you for all of the folks who have sponsored so far. I know Dr. Flores is more aware and she knows more or less who, but we're also inviting more sponsorship for the conference this year and years to come, because we want to continue to do this great work that we have begun with this research conference. So, yes.
And our sponsors can also have their employees come to the to the conference. This is a very important conversation, and there, like in the United States, a lot of agencies and especially corporate hire mental health professionals to help their employees, because if you have employees who are mentally well, then you won't have a productivity goes up, right?
So most definitely it's a super important conference for persons out there. We put in the Belize Research Conference.com in the chat. You can go there to check prices, day, location, all the nitty-gritty and the details of it. Unfortunately, we run out of time, but we want to thank you ladies so much for the time to make it here, to share this great thing and the great work that you guys are doing to make sure mental health is not just a thought, it's a serious conversation backed up by data research and the push for more, to do more and to, empower the society to want more as well. So we thank you so much for that. And we're gonna go to our next commercial break, but when we're back, you'll be still gonna be on the couch, but it's a different conversation. We're gonna be talking about
today, yay!
University of Belize. So we're going to be talking about pharmaceuticals and the natural products expo. Stay tuned.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
These charter mints aren't
We're navigating along the coastline.
This morning, the 2023
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Cherie Culsel, and here's what's ahead for you on 7 News Tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight. Good evening, with your news and the bureaucrat.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sunup on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your nation station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
Nando's
And we are back, Boozlers. Just before the break, we had a dynamic conversation talking about the mental health conference that's coming up very soon, the dynamics of it all, the great theme that's going to be introduced, and the research and data that's going to be fueling up dynamic conversations with over 15 different schools that are coming into Belize to have all that. And then we move into our next You Be Filled and You Be Thrilled conversation. Here we have 5 dynamic students on the couch. And we're going to be talking about their pharmaceutical and natural products expo coming up. And we have products to showcase and all the good stuff too as well. So let me introduce who's on the couch. In no particular order, but still an order. And guys, we already said I might butcher names, so I'm just give me a little grace while we go on there. We have Rolando Umania, who's one of the students there at the back. You could wave for the people to see. Yeah. And then we also have Natalie Conarkey, who's at the back with him. Yes, I love how we wave with this. Okay, then we have Anissa Chavaria, who's another student. We also have Mia Vargas with the pretty red hair. And then last but certainly not least, we have Radhika Rani. Did I say your name correct?
Yes, you did.
I feel so proud right now, but it's also a really exciting conversation, so I'm really happy that we're having this. Let's talk to the people specifically about why we're even having this expo in the first place. So give us like the idea, the thought process, the introduction of what this really is. So Radhika, I'm going to give you that chance to share with us.
So the University of Belize Natural and Pharmaceutical Product Expo is happening on April 9th at the Belmopan campus parking lot from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's an exciting and educational event, where students brings together students, professionals, and public to learn, build awareness, and obviously to support locally made products.
Got to make some money, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. And also, I would like to say that with this year's theme, Healing Starts with Nature, this expo gives a great opportunity to, to explore health and wellness in Belize, and also connecting with others, with every professional, with every pharmacist, the future pharmacists are.
I think it gives you guys a chance to be out in the open to see, because as you know, pharmacists have a really important role. It's not something to be taken lightly. So for you to be able to go out there, show products, talk to the public, it's kind of giving you like a intern kind of experience and practice to be able to talk with others and see the feel out of it.
Also, I would like to mention this expo will be organized by our third-year pharmacy student and our lecturers, of course. Yeah, first, Dr. Danladi Husseini, who leads us with pharmacology and pharmaceutical chemistry. And second, Mr. Yusuf Abukar, who specializes in pharmacognosy, all those plants and herbs and everything with natural products. And then he also teaches pharmaceutics. And then we have Mr. Kishanu Pala, who deals with pharmacy management, marketing and everything, the brains with the marketing.
So you guys get all the roundabouts in it.
Yeah.
So I'm fully prepared to be able to do this. I'm going to bring you into this conversation too, to talk a little bit more and expound on the purpose of this expo, what you're really trying to get from it.
Well, just to add on to what Ronnie said, the expo, the reason UB has the Pharmacy Expo is to bring light to both our natural and pharmaceutical products made in Belize. It's also to highlight the local entrepreneurship and also innovation. We are the future generation, so I think it's quite useful for us to put our innovation caps on, and this expo highlights our innovations. Also, it's to bring awareness to the UB pharmacy program, our capabilities, also to highlight the different clubs, because the Med Lab Club will also be there, right? Another thing is to also, there's a very misconception about pharmacists that we only dispense or
give the drug.
Give out, which is not necessarily the case. We're trained in more than just dispensing. We also do compounding, patient counseling, and health education. This expo also gives many opportunities to learn from professionals and also what nature has to offer, because a lot of our products are from nature.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then also it's also great networking for future pharmacists to meet with professional pharmacists here. Another opportunity that we'll be having is that we will also be having vitamins and supplements at a discount price. So that's something you guys can look forward to. And it's just to have fun, bring your family, bring everyone. Even if you're not a healthcare student, you're just there. You can ask questions and we're there to answer.
The pharmacy program is a 4-year program?
It's a 5-year program.
5-year
Yeah.
program. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. So what year are you guys in? Different years?
Yeah.
Oh, different years.
Yeah. Okay.
You should do like a roulette thing. You just call it a number and then hopefully that's one of their.
Are you doing year 5?
No.
No. Okay. So you still got ways to go. And so is this the first time you're participating in the expo for you guys, or is it like this is an annual thing?
It's an annual thing.
Okay, so you guys did this last year.
Yes.
None of you are first years.
No.
You're all in between. Okay.
They're not at the end, but they're not at the start. They're in a good little middle part. Yeah, definitely. I know we mentioned the theme before, so I'm gonna give Natalie the chance to kind of like tell us the theme once again, because I would like to discuss that and then of course go into some of the businesses, because I think Mia mentioned that there are like several natural businesses and so forth that are gonna be there. Talk to us a little bit about some of them.
All right, so just to give more insight on the theme, I know my colleague briefly mentioned it. She said the theme is Healing Starts with Nature, and we chose this theme because we're basically trying to combat an approach where we combine traditional knowledge with modern medicine to promote health and well-being. It essentially boils down to the fact that neither nature or modern medicine should work alone, but in turn they should work together and complement each other. Now, in terms of the different businesses that will be there, I had to put in a word for my girls. So, girls, we will have natural cosmetic products that will be available. You can expect businesses like Grace Essence, Summer Sun Artisan Products, Sugar and Sweet Natural Body Care, and of course, the list goes on. Now, in terms of herbal supplements, Leaves of Belize will be there. So you guys will be able to get your moringa, your turmeric leaves. And if you guys know anything about that, turmeric, it fixes everything. So get it while you can. We will also have plants and garden essentials available. And we'll have our pharmaceutical companies as well. And for the public to note, medications will be on sale as well. So definitely, yeah.
They got a little bit of everything there.
So you can get a pin there. You can
And there's even more. Rolanda will add the rest.
Rolanda, give us some information on what's going to be there.
The actual number of attending businesses is 36. So this is quite a large expo right here. So adding to the list that Natalie had said, we actually have the pharmacists that are going to be present there. So Ms. Jolene Pornananda from Medicare Plus Pharmacy is going to be there. Mr. Gianni Alamia from Our Community Pharmacy, and Mr. Byron Lanza from SN Pharmacy. So the pharmacists are actually going to be there, and, you know, of course, if you have any questions, you know, you can
You could ask
them.
there right on the spot.
Definitely. They're right there. They're easily accessible. And for us students, you know, we can definitely network with them. I know we have the products here. You know, it would be my hope that, you know, eventually we'd see these products in the actual pharmacy being sold.
These, okay,
yeah,
sorry.
continue.
I was just going to ask about the products. You guys made it?
Yes,
okay.
the 4 years.
Seems right.
Okay. No, it's pretty, okay. But you had something you wanted to continue with.
Yeah, I'll just continue and then we can delve deeper into the products. Yeah. So there's also going to be other health services available at the expo, right? You can check your blood pressure, your blood sugar.
Okay.
And as Mia had mentioned, the University of Belize, the Medical Laboratory Club will be present and they will be doing your ABO blood testing as well. So as you can see, you know, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
The NHI will also be present. So if you're not registered into the system, you can definitely show up. And you can
Shauna, did your
also be
homework?
registered.
With this planning? Okay, there's something for every single person.
Everybody, yes. And of course, you know, we're highlighting the UB pharmacy program, but you know, if you want to study in UB, it doesn't need to be pharmacy, it could be med lab, it could be in the med school, it could be anything. The University of Belize, the admissions office will also be there, so you could register.
Oh, okay.
And of course, as it's an event for everybody, you know, we have a wide array of food and drinks. Papa Churros is gonna be there.
You get tired when you're walking around, so you need to take a little some.
There's also vegan seaweed. There's froyo, frozen tropic yogurts, and mocktails with Kim. So there's a bit of everything for everyone.
Covered all around.
We should bring some adenne too for just to keep the conversation. You know what I'm saying, right? For next time, because this you have next year too. So I'm looking forward to that. But all these businesses that you're mentioning right now, is there like a Facebook page that you guys have, or so that people can like check out where they can see all the businesses?
Yes, we do. You can find us both on Instagram and Facebook under UB Pharmacy Expo 2026.
And is there space for persons to sign up now? I know you said 36, but I'm not sure if there's any space for anybody that's hearing the conversation. So I want to be a part. Is that possible?
Unfortunately, we have closed the registration.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait till next year.
Wait till
Next year, yes, it's an
Next
annual
year.
expo, so definitely, and throughout the years, it's getting bigger and better. So definitely next year for those that are interested. But now we can move on to the main highlight, which is actually the 4-year products.
So Anise is gonna be showing us the products. We have cute things and they're pink and we love them. So let's talk to me, Anise. So you could test me if you want.
Let's get into the excitement of it all. So as 4-year pharmacy students, we develop, we formulate, we design, we market products. And so we have 4 groups this year. So we have some samples here.
Is this from all the groups?
Yes.
Oh,
we actually have one missing, but I'll still touch on that.
No problem.
Okay. So first, we want to start off with Luna Dust. This is from the Lumare Collective. And as you can see, they have 3 different shades. This is a body shimmer oil.
Oh, wow.
So we have our, you can sample up here.
Oh, these are samples. Yeah. We got samples.
Okay. So
what sample you want, boo?
For this
yellow
one, it is
orange.
amber currant, the little bronze goldish look. Then we have the pink, which is the dawn blush, and we also have the whitish color, which is the quartz tide. And you know, this is much more than just a body shimmer oil. We have glow, we have hydration, we have nourishment for the skin, all in one bottle.
I like how you work, girl. You sell it to me.
And it also has vitamin E, which again has that moisturizing, that skin refreshing for you. And it also has the UV defense. It helps with UV defense. And you know, what more can you ask for, especially in this climate that we have in Belize, you know, with Easter coming up. You have to grab your Luna Dust. It is for day and night use. So you get to shimmer all day. It has non-greasy, lightweight. You know, we don't like that heavy feeling on our skin. And it is also hypoallergenic. So the group...
I smell nice stuff.
Yeah, it has a light touch of vanilla.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know, my hand mechanically, they go through at least something just look at it's rain. And I all sparkled up.
So it is, again, hypoallergenic. So the group, when they're picking out their ingredients, they look for ingredients that, you know, will less likely to irritate your skin. So grab your Luna Dust, guys.
And this is for just for the body or for face, or how does it work?
I believe you can put it on your face as well,
nice.
but, you know, if you want to completely check on that, then I
You
would
would check with
mention...
them. And this is why you have to come to the
socials.
expo.
Yes, exactly.
Ask all your questions there.
Okay, and then for our next group, we have Maya Vina, and their product is called the Nutri Energy, and this is a nutrition granola bar. So it is just nutrition, nourishment in every single bite. That is packed with protein and fiber, other ingredients, and this is really just to give you a boost, you know, for on the go. So for our athletes, for our gym goers, you know, you can definitely pick this up. And I can, you know, attest to this, that after a long day of compounding in the lab, I grabbed one and, you know, I felt that.
That little kick,
that little
boost,
kick,
right?
that little boost. Keep going.
I love how you guys have like the full-on label at the back. Like you just say all their products, you just say every single thing that this offers, the calories.
You have to count those calories, yeah.
Count them calories, girl.
Right.
Oh. Interesting fact about the calories actually is a healthy breakfast. It normally ranges from about 300 to 500, and they fit right in 300 to 330. So that is, you know, when the morning is hectic, grab your Maya Vina, guys.
This is, and it's a little storage. And this is so, I love that. On a precise span. I love this.
And you can see that all the products are natural: oats, sugar, honey, peanuts. Like,
I love it.
All of these products, you know, high quality products at an affordable price, because we also build up on things that we learn, you know, from first to third year. So we have like your good manufacturing practices, your good GMP. So it's this product, you know, this project, it's all about building on top of that foundation as well. And next we have our Zonara by Armor Lux. This is an insect repellent cream.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, you normally have your sprays. We're straying away from that a bit, because with sprays, you know, sometimes when you want to cover just one area, you're beginning to choke, you know, you don't get that coverage. So with this, the goal is to have even, you know, smooth, controlled coverage. We want to give our users that. And so the goal is just really simple. It's to, protect your time outdoors day and night. Belize, we have such a jewel. We have so much to discover. So, we want to really just push out to people, that you go outside, don't let these insects, mess with your time or making memories outdoors. And then I don't have it here with me, but we also have Barvex, and the product is Arctics, and they have a natural shaving gel. And that's so cool, right? Because, it's not every day you're seeing natural shaving gels.
Yeah.
And it is menthol based, and I am a fan of menthol. That gives you a soothing,
and
cool
it feels so
effect.
good for your skin. Oh,
Exactly.
yes.
And it also has aloe vera in it, and aloe vera, has that anti-inflammatory property. It
Keep
helps
the
with skin
self-rejuvenation.
irritation, and especially when you're shaving, at times you have razor bumps, you have
it helps with the
razor
skin.
burns. So if those are problems that you have, skin irritation after shaving, then this product will definitely combat that for you. So, with all of these products, I just really encourage everyone to come to the expo, support. This is months in the making, and with these products, you're not only developing products made here in Belize, local student innovation, but you're also supporting just an all-around positive thing because, there's other things that you take away from building this product too. You have teamwork, collaboration, between the third years, the fourth years, the participants that will be coming. And as we know, teamwork, it is one of the many foundations of not only great healthcare, but also community.
Yeah, 100%. I'm really proud of you guys and the entire team that's putting this together. Your labels, your everything. The fact that you know all this information, so girl, kudos to you, hats off to you. But it's a good feeling to know that our Belizeans are pushing this way to not just market, but create things that our Belizeans could actually use and give to somebody as a gift or whatever. Yes. So I love it, and they're very health conscious.
And with things with, like you said, nature found here, aloe vera, turmeric, all of that,
So that makes it so much easier.
It also shows us, the pharmacy students, how capable we are as students and moving forward, because we actually have past students from the expo that still continues their business.
As they should, man. When I put a lot of work into this, it looks nice, and I feel like this is a good thing to continue doing. I'm really proud of you, B, for making sure that you guys do this annually. You look forward to it. We know that, again, remind us of the Facebook page and the Instagram page.
Yes, that is the UB Pharmacy Expo 2026, both on Instagram and on Facebook.
And they can go there and see all the products, all the businesses, if you want to go for next year, because shop closed. So we have 36 amazing businesses that are going to be present there. But if you want for next year, put in your order early, if you want to call it that. And then kudos to all of you for making sure this is possible and putting in all that hard work. Guys, the shimmer does. I never get to try the other stuff, but the shimmer me do what the shimmer need to do. All right, just throwing that out there.
If you want, you can go ahead and try the other samples as well. The groups have sent them. Yes. So with the bar, there is Choco Boost and there is Peanut Butter Power. So two different flavors available.
I like that you guys have options. But I just love the fact that your labels have everything. It's so nice. Even in this one for the cream, it actually tells you what not to do. After application, it tells you after avoid touching eyes, mouth, or food, wash hands, because some people don't even know that. So it tells you everything that you need to know. And it's great to see you guys thinking outside of the box, being creative, and coming up with all of the concoctions on our own. And I can imagine just preparing it, that level of teamwork that you guys have to do that. As we're wrapping up, is there any final remarks, anything that we left out that you guys want to make mention?
And if you guys want to do a plug for the pharmacy program at UB, why we should train in here in the country?
Definitely.
Eat the bar in the meantime.
So I do want to mention the fact that Belize's pharmacy program is one of the best in the Caribbean.
Okay.
So we are more than capable. The social understanding is that pharmacists just tend to dispense, and that's only a part of the role of a pharmacist. We are also educators. We need to explain about how medications work, what to avoid, what not to avoid. In essence, we are the experts when it comes to medications. So we also have the ability to proofread doctor prescriptions, and that is how they train us as well in the UB pharmacy program. So we're very skilled, very equipped. We are also capable of making products as well. So UB pharmacy program is a good program. So public should trust the pharmacists that we make here in Belize.
Love it. And
Definitely.
I will say that people are in the chat super like amazed by you guys. They're asking about the products, especially the bug spray, if it's gonna be available in stores.
Cream.
Yeah, the bug cream, guys. It's cream, not spray.
Yeah.
But they're asking if it's going to be.
Never go to expo if you don't want it.
But for others out there, they also can check out on the expo page, and maybe if you can't physically make them, but you want to make some orders, please do so as well. Like, you don't have to wait for just their.
Different groups also have their own social media.
Respective.
So
Okay.
the company name, you can search it up on Instagram and Facebook. So you can find them there. But of course, we want you to come to the expo, actually talk to the students, find out more from them.
Yeah. Get that full first on and order, guys. Order. Bring on the money. And I have to take, and if it take on the cards and all of this stuff, there's no spend on the money. But people are saying hats off to you guys. Awesome. Congratulations. It's a wonderful job. These products are being done with the pharmacy students. Like, they're so proud of you. So there's a lot of love in the chat for all the work that you guys are doing and the team behind everybody here. But we've come to the ending of the show just like that. And this segment, we're 3 minutes over time. But we had so much fun, that's why. But reminding everybody to go out to the expo April 9th. And this is going to be again at
Belmont Pond campus parking lot from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
From 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then, of course, we have the mental health conference that is coming out. Also, you can be able to check Belize researchconference.com and check out all the information about them. But with that, guys, we've ended off our Montabulous Monday. We send you off. Join Brandon and myself tomorrow for a Two-Tabulous Tuesday. And without any further ado, stay dry. Don't do anything crazy out of the road. And we'll say bye.
Yeah.
Well, I like your face and not kind of crazy out of the road. You had thoughts, didn't you?
Not on this rainy day. It's good rainy day. No crazy things.
No, and please don't wet people that are crossing the street, guys.
You sound like you have an experience.
Yes, I have. I can't stand it. So with that, guys, bye.
Feel your eyes, they all over me. Don't be shy, take control of me. Get the vibe, it's gonna be lit tonight. No lie, hypnotized, pull another one. It's alright, I know what you want. Get the vibe, it's gonna be lit tonight. No lie. Place to call your home, a place where you can grow. Stand by me and we'll take flight. We'll be there at morning's light. I've got you covered on all concerns we share today. You will discover how the world turns each day. When the sun comes up,